And welcome back to Dwayne's Guitar Lessons. I'm your instructor Dwayne Jenkins, where we are going over the bonus video of this 25 extra training tips to improve your playing, your lead guitar playing. And so we went over the 25 tips in these last videos, and I hope you got those, and I hope you got something out of that. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, let me know if there's something you need help with. And so what I want to do is say thank you very much for going through those videos and downloading the book and stuff like that. And I really think that if you go through those tips, that'll really help out your lead guitar playing. And for that, I want to say thank you and give you a few bonus tips to help you out with your playing as well, okay? So the first bonus tip is going to be to learn to finger tap the fretboard, okay? This is something that can really help your playing a lot, all right? Let me make sure I'm in, got my sound together here. There we go. Okay. All right. So what we want to do in this first trip is to do some finger tapping. Now this is a very cool thing to do on guitar. It's very fun, and it does require some work, but it creates a really cool sound. Okay, so you add that to the hammer-ons, pull-offs, and stuff like that, and you'll be styling. Okay, so what we do is basically, here's a real simple one that you can try, okay? If we're on second string, you put your first finger on the second string, 5th fret, okay? And what we're going to do is hammer on. You can either do it with your third finger or your pinky. I would recommend the pinky, just to give strength to the pinky. Like I said, it's really important to use that pinky, okay? It'll really help you out a lot in your playing, okay? So, but you could use your third finger. I'm going to use my pinky. And what we want to do is we don't want to do like a hammer-on pull-off with the pinky on the second string, 8th fret. So we want to make it sound like a siren, okay? You know, like one of those old sirens, those old London cars in the movies, you know? So you're holding down the fret on the 5th string, on the 5th fret on the second string, okay, with your first finger, and then you're doing a hammer-on pull-off on the 8th fret of the second string. Now if your pinky's not too strong, you can use your third finger as well. A little bit stronger, so you can use that. I use the pinky, but it just allows me to stretch out a little bit more. And that's what we wanted to get, is 2-note sound, okay? We want to get 2 notes. That's what we do with that hand. Now, with our picking hand, what I used to do is use my first finger, but you can use your second finger. It doesn't really matter. Well, actually, I use my second finger. And I hold the pick with my first and thumb. But you can do it however you want. Some people hold it with their second and thumb, and they use their first finger. You know, however you want to do it. It's up to you. It's something you're going to have to experiment and kind of figure out on your own. But I usually just hold the pick like I normally do and use my second finger, okay? And what you want to do is take your palm of your hand and rest it on these top strings. So that kind of eliminates the vibration of those strings, okay? So you get a much clearer sound, because when you're using distortion, you know, it picks up the vibration of all the strings and stuff. So what we want to do is eliminate that. So I would usually take the palm of my hand, rest it on these top strings, and then what we want to do is our second or first finger, doesn't matter which one, we want to do the same thing on the second string, and we'll just do it, say, at the 12th fret for right now. Hammer on, pull off. Or almost like a hammer on push off, really. So you want to hammer onto the string and then push it off the fretboard. Once again, 2 notes. Okay? Now if you add those 2 notes together with these 2 notes, then it sounds something like this. So these 2 notes, and then these 2 notes. These 2 notes, these 2 notes. Get a little bit faster, and then maybe move it. Maybe move it up a fret again. See, that's a really cool sound, okay? And then when you get good at it, you can do, you know. stuff like that. Okay, you do all kinds of cool stuff with that. You do it all over the fret. First finger, or the first string, I mean. Second string, third string. You can practice moving this finger while you're finger tapping, and then you can practice also moving this finger while you're tapping. Okay. That's kind of like in the style of Eddie Van Halen. Now, if you want to do a different kind of style, there's more style like Joe Satriani does, where he does something more like, he does that as well. But here's another way you could do it too. You tap on this finger, and then bring this one up, and tap this one down. So you get more of a... Now as you can see, this finger goes down and this one's off, and then the minute this one comes off, this one goes down, okay? So it's really only just 2 notes instead of 4. More of a timing kind of thing, okay? So those are 2 ways that you can do finger tapping on the guitar and kind of add a little bit to your playing, okay? So that's something I'd recommend. It takes a little bit of practice with that. It's a little bit more advanced technique. That's why I used it as a bonus tip. But if you've gone through these tips and you've actually put them into some action, you'll be hopefully getting your fingers up to par where you can actually do that, okay? So our next bonus tip is never forget about bends, okay? Bends are really important to guitar playing because we're the only ones of the stringed instrument family who does bends, okay? What I mean by that is you got a lot of stringed instruments. A piano is a stringed instrument, banjo is a stringed instrument, a mandolin is a stringed instrument, you know, bass guitar is a stringed instrument. I guess you could do bends with bass guitar, but that's, you know, those are thick strings, so you probably have to have some pretty strong fingers with that. But what I'm saying is that most stringed instruments, you don't do bends except for on the guitar, okay? So you want to utilize that to get some different sounds, okay? And basically just grab the string and just bend it. And there's different kind of bends. You can hit the string and bend it up. You can bend it down. And you could even bend it up first and then strike the note and then release it. That'd be like a bend release. So you bend the string first. See how that sounds? Totally different. Once again, you grab the string, bend it up, then strike it. That would be like a bend release, okay? So always practice your bends, and you can also use multiple strings to really grab the string, and not multiple strings, multiple fingers to grab the string and really bend it. And then add a little vibrato in there if you can. Vibrato is just, you know, bending the string up and down like this. That adds a lot of character too. Okay? So never forget about the bends. The bends are good, you know? They allow us to express ourselves in ways that other stringed instruments don't, okay? So it kind of gives us a chance to set us apart from those other stringed instruments, okay? And it's a very common technique in lead guitar playing are the bends. You gotta have those. So like if we were using that minor pentatonic scale I talked to you about earlier, vibrato in there, and you got some really cool, interesting sounds, okay? So, I want to say thank you once again. Those are our 2 bonus tips. And then we have one more here I'd like to say, just from my own personal experience of playing guitar for a long time and teaching guitar lessons to my fair share of students. One thing I noticed a lot of people, like I said in the manual, if you got that, if you haven't, let me know, we'll get that sent back out to you, is that everybody likes to play the solos. And you know, I can't blame them because that's what I wanted to do too. And what you have to do to be able to be a really good lead guitar player is you have to be committed, okay? You have to be committed, you have to be focused, and you have to be dedicated. Because lead guitar playing, the solos, the fun stuff you see people do, that's the hardest thing there is to do. It's way easier to play the chords and stuff than it is to master the solos. So if you're going to be a good lead guitar player, make sure that if you're going to be a good guitar player, period, you want to be committed, focused, and dedicated. But if you're going to be a lead guitar player, you have to have more focus, more dedication, and more commitment, okay? So make sure of that, and this is a good time to do that. You know, it's the beginning of the year. Set some goals for yourself, like I said to you, and you know, being a lead guitar player is kind of what you want to do in that direction. Maybe do better at your lead playing, you know. And by all means, take these tips into consideration, put them into action, and I guarantee you, by the end of the year, probably even before that, within probably a few weeks, months, depending on how much you practice and how much you apply yourself, you're going to see some progress in your lead guitar playing, okay? So once again, thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate it, and look out for more emails going to be coming to you. I'm going to have some more stuff coming at you and more training materials to help you with the guitar playing in general. Be going over all kinds of different topics about the guitar. This particular one was just about lead guitar, but we'll have some other stuff on rhythm, chords, strumming, that kind of stuff too, okay? So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Good luck with your playing, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I will do my best to help you, all right? So once again, take care.